What the heck is going on? If you have been following me for a while, that's probably what you're thinking, because for a few years now, I have been limiting and sometimes even avoiding vegetables. And now all of a sudden you see me eating vegetables. So what the heck? What the heck is going on? Let's talk about it. All right, if you are new here, my name's Stacy. I have been eating a ketovore, carnivore diet since 2019. If you have been following me for a while, you have heard all of the things that I'm going to tell you. So just bear with me. I'm just going to give a little overview of how I got where I'm at right now, just for the people that are new here. So, and if you are new here, welcome. So I'm just going to share just a very brief overview. And then if you want more details, go watch my intro video that I have saved on my YouTube channel. It's like about me, or I don't know, something like that. Go watch that because I go into a lot more detail. But basically, I started following a keto diet in 2019. Felt pretty good, but not my best. And then I learned about the carnivore diet. Fast forward a couple of years. 2021 started really experimenting with more of a carnivore eating plan and really just started eliminating vegetables because they didn't make me feel very good. I have IBS, and so I just was finding that anytime I was eating vegetables, I would just be miserable. And I, just as a side note, you may think I'm weird, but I love vegetables. Like, I can't even think of a single vegetable out there that I don't love. I love them. So I didn't stop eating them because I don't like them. I stopped eating them because I discovered that when I get rid of the vegetables in my diet, then I feel so much better. And so for a long time, I mean, like since 2021, I have been eating kind of a keto carnivore style of eating plan where I just focus very much on meat, eggs, dairy. And I could never really say that I was fully carnivore because I still love to eat my dill pickles. Dill pickles never bothered me. So, that kind of led me to go down what I started recently doing with a lot of experimenting with recipes just with cucumbers, because I was like, well, if dill pickles don't bother me, I mean, those are cucumbers. So, I should be able to eat cucumbers. So it kind of led me to where I'm at right now. After a lot of just reading and just watching videos and just educating myself, I have a new understanding of what life is like with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and why some vegetables have been such a problem for me. And I did not fully realize until just recently, when I've been really looking into this, that some vegetables are okay and some are not. And so I've been recently doing a lot of experimenting with just adding vegetables back into my eating plan. Not because I believe that I have to have vegetables, because I 100% believe that you can have a very healthy lifestyle, a very healthy eating plan with zero vegetables in your diet, because you can get all of your nutrients that you need from other sources like meat and eggs and dairy and all of that stuff. But that's a whole other topic that we won't go into right now. I wanted to start eating vegetables again because, not gonna lie, I've been a little bored with my food, just eating meat and eggs and dairy. It's a little, getting a little bored with it. I also just love vegetables. It gives me more of a variety. And then I've also noticed that when I do eat vegetables, it just makes me feel a little bit fuller. It helps with my appetite control because I can eat a lot, and I could easily eat, a couple pounds of meat and then still be hungry. It's like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I just felt like I needed something else. And so things are going pretty well. Let me share kind of the whole process with you. I don't know if that's really the right word, the process. Anyway, I'm just going to share with you what I'm doing and how I got where I'm at right now. So for anyone out there with IBS, you probably know that when you eat certain foods, you feel really bad. And perhaps you don't even realize that you have IBS. Perhaps you don't even realize exactly what's happening in your body. So I guess I just want to share this because I know there's probably other people out there that are dealing with this as well. But what I noticed when I was just fully eating a keto diet, there's a lot of recipes that have keto-friendly vegetables. There's lots of low carb veggies out there that are keto friendly. However, they are not all IBS friendly. So a lot of the keto recipes that I would make when I was following keto had cauliflower. Because it's like so low in carbs. I swear, like if you Google recipes for keto recipes, like you're going to find a bunch of recipes that have cauliflower. And I back then had thought, well, it's keto friendly, so it must be okay. Well, there's this other factor that nobody really tells you about, maybe because a lot of people don't really know about it or understand it. But there is something called FODMAPs. And that is kind of the foundation for this whole experiment that I recently started doing to add vegetables back into my eating plans. So I'm going to share a little bit with you about that and try to help you understand why there are some vegetables that I can eat and I'm perfectly fine with, and then some vegetables that it's a really bad idea. So let's get into that. Okay, FODMAPs. Now, I am not even going to try to pronounce any of these words. I just wanted to put this up there just to help you understand. This is what I'm talking about. There are some vegetables that have high FODMAPs and some vegetables that have low FODMAPs. Foods that have really high FODMAPs that tend to cause issues for people with irritable bowel syndrome or other gut issues. So as this says, rapidly fermentable carbohydrate molecules that are poorly absorbed in people with irritable bowel syndrome and other gut issues. So this is what FODMAP stands for. These are the different types of FODMAPs. Like I said, I'm not even going to try to pronounce them, but this is the foundation for everything that I'm doing with my experiment with adding vegetables back into my eating plan. So you can find like a million different resources online when you are looking for information about FODMAPs. There's like all kinds of charts and images and just all kinds of stuff. This is just a basic list that I found. So these are vegetables that are considered to be low FODMAP vegetables. That means that they are considered to be safe and more digestible for people who have gut issues like IBS. So we have carrots, bell peppers, especially red ones. And so one thing that I have read about bell peppers is that the green ones tend to be higher in FODMAPs. The colored ones are better, they're lower. However, there's also a portion control with that. So what I have read is that yes, they are considered low FODMAP in moderation. So you don't want to eat them every single day, or you don't want to eat them every meal, just a small serving at a time. Okay. And I have been experimenting with the bell peppers. I am finding that I do better with them when they're cooked. I can eat some of them raw, but I just can't overdo it. So that's what I've figured out in this experiment so far. Bok choy, I don't really eat bok choy. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Cucumber, this is my favorite vegetable. I swear. I love cucumbers. I have been obsessed with the cucumber salads, like the viral salads out there that, oh my gosh, they're just so delicious. I am obsessed with cucumber and I have zero issues with cucumber. Zero. I have not had any problems whatsoever, which makes me happy. Eggplant, I like eggplant. I don't really eat it that often. I mean, it seems like a lot of work to me because I feel like there's something about how you got to get all the moisture out of it. And I don't know. I've had it before. I like it, but I just am not really, that's not one of them that I'm regularly eating right now. Green beans, love green beans. Oh my goodness. The ones that you get in the freezer section at Costco, they're like super, super skinny green beans. I'm obsessed with them right now. They're so, so good. Love them. Kale, I don't know. I'm not really eating kale. Lettuce, I have been eating lettuce, and in the past, I have found that sometimes when I eat salads, it seems like it's kind of hit or miss, like it doesn't go well sometimes. But what I've been eating lately is the romaine lettuce, and seems to be fine. I've been doing good with romaine lettuce, and so I'm sticking with it. That's what I've been eating for my lettuce, and it's going very well. Parsnip, I don't even know if I've ever in my life had a parsnip. Potatoes, I do like potatoes. However, I am still staying keto. So, potatoes are not keto friendly vegetables. They are very high in carbs. However, I will say, just as a side note, don't blast me for this, but I'm just going to admit and be completely brutally honest with you. On the weekends, I do like to have some drinks. I like to drink some alcohol, be social on the weekends. And one thing that I will often do on the weekends, if I am drinking alcohol, or even if I'm like on vacation or something, I will eat a few potatoes. Like in the form of like maybe at breakfast, I might eat my hash browns, or maybe at a lunch or dinner, I might eat a few French fries. So just putting that out there because I'm not saying I don't ever eat potatoes, but just as a regular, normal food, I'm not eating potatoes because they are not keto friendly. They're very high in carbs. Radishes, this surprised me that those were low FODMAP. I mean, I would have thought they were high, but anyway, I don't really eat radishes, but I guess I could try them. I don't know. I'm not going to say I don't like them. I mean, there's really no vegetables I don't like. Spinach, I don't touch spinach anymore ever since. All right, I lost my internet connection for just a second there. I hope this is recording again. I think it is. It looks like it. So anyway, back to spinach. So ever since I learned about the anti-nutrients and toxins that are in some vegetables, especially oxalates, however you say it. Spinach is probably the highest oxalate vegetable out there. And when I went from keto to carnivore for a few months, I went through what's called oxalate dumping. It was absolutely horrible. It was miserable. So anyway, I don't eat spinach anymore. It's not that I don't like it. I just know that it's really high in oxalates and I don't want that in my body. So, okay, tomatoes, love tomatoes. No issues so far with tomatoes, and zucchini. I've been eating quite a bit of zucchini. Love that. No issues with that whatsoever. So I would say that as of right now, the vegetables that I am currently eating the most would be cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, zucchini. I've been doing some peppers. I like to mix the peppers in with my eggs for breakfast. That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. Oh, and green beans, green beans. I'm thinking about experimenting with some other squash, like spaghetti squash. I love spaghetti squash, spaghetti squash. But anyway, that's what I'm currently eating for my vegetables right now. Not really having any issues so far. So that's exciting. Okay, the next list, high FODMAP vegetables. That means that these are the ones that are going to cause issues. They are going to cause gut issues for you, especially if you have irritable bowel syndrome. So artichokes, this was a sad thing for me to learn, and it makes a lot of sense because, I mean, I used to eat artichokes. They're low carb. So yeah, artichokes, I love them, but obviously I know that I shouldn't eat them now. Asparagus, that was a shocker for me. I used to eat a lot of asparagus when I was, first starting keto and eating all the vegetables, because it's low carb, keto friendly, and I thought it was perfectly fine. I would eat a lot of asparagus. No wonder I had gut issues. No wonder I didn't feel good. Broccoli. So I recently was experimenting with broccoli because something that I read about broccoli is that the broccoli floret is supposed to be considered low FODMAP, but the stalk of the broccoli is considered high FODMAP. And so I thought, well, maybe if I just get the florets, maybe I'll be okay. So I have had just earlier this week, I had a couple meals with broccoli. The first day didn't go so bad. It was, I didn't really notice anything too bad. Then the second day, I had another meal with broccoli, and it was a disaster. It reminded me of exactly why I quit eating vegetables years ago. It did not go well. So I'm done with broccoli. The experiment with broccoli is over. I know I can't have it. Brussels sprouts, I love them. I love them. I love them. I can't have them. Disappointing. Cauliflower. This is like I was mentioning before. There are so many keto recipes out there that have cauliflower. And I used to eat so much cauliflower when I was, first doing keto and still eating all of the vegetables. Didn't know that cauliflower is not that great for you if you have IBS. Well, honestly, back then, I don't even think I even knew that I had IBS. It's been, a lot of learning over the years. Fennel, I don't know if I've ever had fennel. I'm sure I'd probably like it, but obviously I'm not going to eat it because it's high FODMAP. Garlic. This was surprising to me too. And I do remember there was a time when I started adding cloves of garlic to almost all of my meals because of the health benefits that are supposed to be with garlic. And I remember I was having a lot of issues. And I remember thinking, I wonder if I shouldn't be eating garlic. And no, I shouldn't be eating garlic. I mean, I'll still do like the garlic powder or whatever, but as far as garlic cloves, it's high FODMAP. Leeks, I don't really eat leeks. Mushrooms, this is a sad, sad thing for me because I love mushrooms. I love them. I love them. I did not know that they were high FODMAP, and that really, really surprised me. But I mean, I'm sure if I wanted to, I could have a few here and there. Like, if I go out for a steak dinner, I like to also get the cooked mushrooms. I don't think that's going to like be a disaster, but as just a regular daily food, no mushrooms. And I knew onions were not good for me. I love them, but this does not surprise me at all. I knew onions would be on this list. And then peas, I guess that kind of surprises me, but it doesn't really matter because peas are very high in carbs. And so following keto, I don't really generally eat peas. So, and then this says moderately high FODMAP vegetables that you should be cautious with would be beets, cabbage, and butternut squash. That surprises me about the butternut squash. Not surprised about the beets and the cabbage. I will say I do like to do like 1 or 2 spoonfuls of sauerkraut every day just for the probiotics. But I think that, that's a little bit different than just eating straight cabbage. I think that the fermented part of it and the probiotics and everything, I eat the sauerkraut and it doesn't cause me any problems. I've been doing that for a while now, and it doesn't seem to cause me any issues. All right, that kind of sums it up. I mean, really, that's it. This is a pretty short video. I just know that, there's a lot of people out there that have been following me for quite some time who know that I really, like, for the longest time, I have not been eating vegetables. Like, I've avoided them very much. But now that I have a better understanding of IBS and FODMAPs and why some vegetables make me feel so bad, it makes it a little bit easier for me to try to incorporate some of those things back into my eating plan. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm loving the variety, and so far it's going really well. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and keep sharing what I'm doing. So, if you found this interesting, hit the subscribe button. You can also follow me on my other social media places. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. This is my Instagram right here. And then this is my Facebook. You can follow me there. And you can always find all of my links for everything on my link tree. So this is my link tree. So anyway, that's all I have to share with you today. Yeah, so hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.